Welcome back, guys, to the live sessions number 20. So in today topic will be an open session. Thank you guys for joining for today's live session. So let's get started. So in today's live session, I would like to recreate a project from one of the user from the community. He shared me a render, which is he using SketchUp to do this render. So we're gonna recreate this kind of design. So from the wall, ceiling, floor, and some the 3D models decoration over there. And we're going to start with creating a new 3D projects now. So I'm going to open a new 3D project, and then you can also see how the process is going. So just create a new project and then create a blank project. So yeah, still loading. Okay, for those who are joining the live session, please stay until the end of the sessions. I will share some promo code. So here I will be clearing all the design, and then I'm going to create a wall, which is now I'm going to change the thickness of the wall to 150. So and then I'm going to make a square, maybe around 5 meters, or yeah, so around these numbers times 6 meters. And then if we see on the projects, basically there's another room and a corridor. So what I'm going to do to create the corridor in the right side of the buildings. So you can see the corridor over here, and it looks like there's a doors and also another room over there. So we're going to create that also. So by creating a rectangle area first with the area, and then the second one I'm going to create the corridor. Sorry, I will be from this side, the corridor from this side, maybe around 2 meters wide. Okay, and then if we see on the design, actually there will be open doors. So what we're going to do was going to 2D views, and then by clicking 2D views, but in the constructions you can change the maybe now we need to change the height of the wall first, which is I'm going to change into 5 meters, and then if you see in the 3D will be changed automatically. And then here will be the open doors. So I'm going to create an open doors. Maybe I will be changing the width, almost the same width as the corridor, because if we see in the design it looks like that. So I'm going to create, actually I didn't know exactly what the size, so I'm just creating based on my angle of point of view from the design. Yeah, changing the width of the corridor, set up a little bit, and then set up everything. So it will be look like this one. I'm going to change the width a little bit, so make a gap around 100 each on the right and the left side, and then I'm going to add another doors. Looks on the projects. Maybe I will find the doors from the public library, which is easier to find here. So just drag and drop, and then the next thing what we're going to do was focusing on the wait, I need to change the size first, so it was like having maybe 7 meters is fine. So I'm going to change into 7 meters, and then I will add another straight wall over here. So make a straight wall to make it room. And then we can merge the walls actually. So when we click the wall editor, it will be combine everything, so it will be much more easier for us to design and edit the walls. Okay, now what I'm going to start with the ceiling first. So what we're going to do with this drop ceiling, so we're going to create that drop ceiling first. So just click the ceiling and then click ceiling editor. Okay, first we're going to change, we were going to make two sections, which is the first top and then the second layers of the drop ceiling. So um, this is going to be a little bit complicated. Actually not really complicated, but you can using like offset, and then if you see over there, there's a line, a black line over there. So what we need to do was creating an offset from the ceiling editor, so we can create it one by one. Yeah, I'm already creating an offset before. So this one, there's a gap maybe around, like, you can like measure based on your lines and then set up the extraction. So I set up the extraction here, for example, and then we're going to use another offset first. Based on the design, there was a black line, looks like a black line. I don't know, is it like a circulation line for AC or something, but we're going to create that kind of design also. So wait a second, there will be a lighting also in the strip light. So what we're going to do, using offset from the center, and then you can set up, for example, like 150 or 100 millimeters, which is 10 centimeters. And then you create another line, which is you can make a gap, for example, like 55 centimeters gap. So you have the gap already right there, right? And then we need to search like for black color, for example, because the line is a black color. So I'm going to change this into a black color. Yeah, just like that. And then starting again, the color of the ceiling. So what we need to do was changing the color. For example, I'm searching for a cream color, and then just drag and drop. Make sure you already favorite every color, so much easier for you to design on the elevations later. And then I'm going to create another offset here for the inner color, which is around like maybe 500. Yeah, this area maybe 500 from the second layer of the ceiling, drop ceiling. So yeah, this is just an example. So I didn't know exactly what the sizing, but this I'm showing you guys so you know exactly how the logic will be looks like. And then I'm just using my trail brush and then copy and paste in the same area. Okay, if you see in the 3D view, you will see the drop ceilings and also everything. Okay, so next, what we're going to do was change the extraction. I think the extraction is a little bit too low, so I'm going to change the extractions, and then the extraction on the middle also, like from the black colors and everything. So you need to make sure you change the same extraction. And then here I will add the elevation. So I already favorite the color. So what I need to do, just drag and drop to the elevation sections. And then what we need to do was copy. So you can copy or duplicate directly, which is easily copied to all the four sides of the ceilings. So you doesn't need to do it like one by one. But later I will show you like one by one how to add like the strip light over there. So it's much easier also. So you just click intended lamp belt, and then after you change the colors, and then you change the brightness also, you can change the brightness over there. And then if you're done, I just do it 4 times so you guys can see. But you can also do duplicate, but I do it like 4 times so you guys can see everything, more details, like how to do it. Just click again in tandem lamp belt, and then change the color of the lightings, and then change the brightness of the lightings. And you can do it all to the board for another 2 sides. Do it the same way. Okay, and then after you're done, just click save and exit. And then when you exit, you can see on the 3D view, I will select only this room so you guys can see the ceiling everywhere. There's more details on the ceilings. Okay, guys. So if you have any questions, just let me know on the sections on the Google Chat Meet. So I will read it later one by one from based on your questions. And then I will add some decoration from the 3D model using doors. Maybe I would like to start with the ceiling first. Maybe chandelier. Oh, I think oriental, not oriental. Let me see. Is there any? I think it's chandelier or pendants. So I need to find something is very suitable from the design. Make sure you go to 2D views and then click the ceiling views so you can drag and drop easily, and then it will be directly automatic put in the ceiling way, so you doesn't need to like change the locations of the lights every time you copy. For example, I'm choosing this one and I'm changing the scale maybe 1 meters. No, I think it's 1.2 meters. Yep, 1.2 meters, and then see in the 3D way so you can see. Now I will go into the wall editor on the front gate, which is the entrance door. So what we need to do was creating a design which is there's a doors like double doors and a window on the right side and the left sides, and then another window on the upper side. So in this tutorial I will show you guys how exactly how to create like a window above the doors. So here I'm selecting doors. Make sure you change it into like exterior doors. I'm just copy and use one of them. Let me find. I think this one is okay. You can put it like that and then set up to the middle position. So you need to know exactly the certain angles, certain styles, and then set up the locations. And then you can see on the 3D views for the doors, the angles and everything. Do you feel the height is perfect or something? So the next step will be windows. So I'm going to search one of the window, just a very basic windows. For example, I'm choosing, you need to know the height of the window first, the doors first, so you can measure out. For example, like this one, and then I change the same height with the doors. And then you can also change the width also. It based on you actually. I think this one is too small. Let me try this one. Yeah. And then after you already have it, and then you can copy and duplicate. You can using copy, Control C, and duplicate directly. So you have it already, doors with windows, right? So the next questions will be like how to create a windows above the doors. So I'm going to change the room height. I think I feel like the room height is too low. So if you change the room height, the ceiling will also automatically change. So you have a more area space on the upper side. And then if we see the design right, there will be a extraction on the right panels with the wood panel, and then also make sure there will be also in the left panel for sure. And then if you're okay, already measure everything, maybe we can extract like 100 or 150, and then there's a window on the upper side, so just click it and find another window. Maybe I'm looking for a window with four separator. This one? No, I think this one is, wait, no. Or maybe we can duplicate it. So going to 2D, and then you can duplicate on the right side, right? And then you change the above the ground. For example, the height will be 2000, which is smaller, and then above the ground is 3 meters, maybe 3 meters, and then you can change also the height also. So this area, we change the window first. So we can count the width of the window here, the doors over here, and here. So 800 plus 800, 1.6 plus 1,620, so 3220. So you can change the width to 3220. Or maybe we can divide it into 4. So 805, like this one. And then put 0. And then the height, I think 1.5 is fine, right? And then, or maybe 1.7. And then you can also do duplicate, put it another one over here. And then put another one over here, put another one over here. So we have a window like this one. And then after we're done with it, we're going to click the wall editors. So how to access wall editor? If you didn't find it, you can click floor editor first, and then you can click the walls. So we have this area. So we're going to divide this area first, 1, and then 2 over here, right? And we can extract, for example, like 100 over here. And then if we see the materials over here, it looks like a panel. So like wall panel with wood. So we can change it into wood panels. So you can find like wood panels, something similar. Let me try to find maybe this one. I think it's not too dark. Maybe this one. Oh, it's the same one. Fine. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah, maybe we can try this one first. And then you can copy. And then this area, if you want to make it for 850, and then duplicate these colors. And then copy with these colors also. And then if you see here, this area are more going inwards. So for example, this is 100, this is 50, this is 0. So, or maybe this also 50. So no worry for that. So, and then you can click as favorite, and then this area, the elevations, you can add the favorite color, this one, click, and then you can duplicate, paste to this one, paste to this one, paste to this one, and then you click save and accept. And then we have these colors now, right? And then, oh, sorry, the wall editor, this area, I haven't changed the colors. Let me try. So click M. Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah. Click M. This area, the lower part. Oh, sorry. Looks like these have a gap. So we need to change the gap first. 0. I think it's easier with going to the wall editor now. Just click duplicate the colors, click here, click here, click here, click here, 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 here. Click save and accept. Supposed to be cover all the colors. Oh, this area. Wait. Save materials with this one. Okay. Maybe we can change the wall editor a little bit. Become 150 over here. So 150, 150. This can be 70. and then save. Okay, like this one. And then if we see into the design over here, there will be a blinder over the window. So we're going to find a blind in the blind. So window blind, blinds. We can find something that already false. Maybe we can blinds. I don't know if we have that kinds. Or maybe we can search for curtain. So go to home decors, home textiles, cushion, basically by curtains. Maybe this one. Yeah, look like this one is okay. We change the width, sorry, the length into 120. And set up over here. One. Put it here. And then copy, and put another one over here. So it looks like this one. Wait. Oh, it's on the ceiling. Sorry. This one. You can delete this one. Go to floors. Copy another one over here. Same height 200. 200. Make it 3D. Okay, like this one. Okay. And then next thing, we're going to recreate this area of the wall. So this everything will be a wall base. So this area wall panels. So we divide into one sections over here, and then one sections over here. And so we make it one big sections over here as the marble, and then another one sections over here. So let's do it. Click the wall editors. So you can go to from the floor editor also. And then you can click the wall. So I'm going to divide into two sections. First, we divide these sections. Sorry. This section to this section to this sections, this section to this sections, and then we can measure it first. So for example, add a guides, make it like 1.2, and make another one 1.2, for example, like this one. And then you make another sections over here, make another sections over here. And then for the reference lines, you can also delete the reference line after that. And then once you're done, we're going to extrude this area. This area looks like extrude like 100, and then we can find something like marble, white marble. So we can find something, for example, here, maybe looking something that very huge. Maybe this one is fine. And then add a lightings over here. So what we need to do was to create, we need to favorite this color first as the marble, and then click the lines over here, duplicate, sorry, click the lines, and then add intended lamp belt, and then make it more bright, for example, 500, and then make it, and then change it to like 6 and 6. And then the elevations, you can change it to marble that we already favorite. Wait, where is it? Favorite. Did I favorite it before? Or maybe we can use another color, for example, this one. Select these colors, and then this area also did the same. Is it 500? Yes, 500. Change this one into 6, and then the elevations, we need to change it to other colors. These sections. So we can select rooms over here, focus on this room only, so you can see there will be lightings over here already. So the next thing we need to focus on this panel. So there will be a panel base over here, and then separate, and then glass panels, and then wood panel. So so there will be some area we need to make. So first, the first panel. So first panel, maybe we can set up the area to, we need to know 1.2. So maybe 400. No, 500. Yeah. And then in this area, we know 700. So, or maybe, wait. Sorry. So this area, we can change it to like 600. And then this into 200. And then another one. This one. And then we need to focus on one section first. So we can find a wall panel and then find something that very similar. Maybe I want to change the colors a little bit. So it looks like wall panel, wood colors. So we need to find one first. Maybe this one? No, this one? Oops, I find it. Something like this one. Yeah, I think this one is okay. So we need to click as favorite, and then we need to find a wood, another wood colors for these sections. So we can find something that similar, maybe wall tiles, not flooring, panels, materials, wood. Select this color, duplicate, And then if I see on the design, there will be a lines, a little line over here. So make it like 20, and then make another one. Sorry. Uh, 20. And then see here, it will be like a gold color. So what we need to do is searching for gold. And maybe this one is fine. So copy this one, and then save this one. Extract it a little bit. So you need to go down, go to extract maybe around 20. And then this one also into 20. And in this area, we doesn't need entangle, just elevation. So make sure you're using this gold color. Okay, and then this one you need to duplicate to this one, and this one. And then mirror. Oh, yeah. Basically, we can change it later in the real-time renders. So I think for now is okay. Then this you can copy this one. And then we're going to make another one over here. So make it one, select as a middle point, 960, 200. 200, 20, and then this one also 20, and then copy this one 20 also, copy this one to this one, copy this one to this area, and then using M material, and then copy into these colors. Click here. You need to go here, extract 20. This one also 20. And then you can duplicate from this one. So duplicate. And then copy here, copy here, copy here, copy here. And then it's done. So basically it will be look like this one. Okay, maybe I'm going to change this color. I don't really okay with this color. So wall editors. Wood, we search for wood color. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think this one is better. So save, duplicate the elevations, change elevation to this color, and then duplicate here, 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 and then it's done. Okay, it will look like this one. Oh, this one I haven't duplicate. Wait. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. Now we're going to decorate. So first chairs, and then another chairs. Over here are rocks. Oh, for the floor, we haven't changed the floor. So floor editors, you can go floor editors and then search for marble. Maybe we look up this color first. I got these colors. We need to change something similar, maybe this one. And then you can rotate like this, and then click save. And then we find rocks. Go to 2D. You can go from not from cartoon. Wait, how to change all types? No. Home decors, rocks, and you can find something that's similar. For example, this one. Over here, you need a chair, so living room, maybe chairs, armchairs. With file features. So first you can screenshot this kind of chairs, right? And then you can click this image, search by image, and then go to desktop. I'm searching based on my screenshot, so you can search if we have any similar one. Maybe this one. So click here, rotate, duplicate, and then the chairs. We need this also. We need to copy this one here, and then we can search for that one by click living room, search by image, click this one. It will be searching by itself. Oh, it's detect the decorations. Cabinet. Oh no, table. It's not working. We can find tables, side tables. Maybe not side tables, like console tables. Yeah, console table like this one, for example. Here, so I'm going to make it more small a little bit. In the middle. Yeah, put the chair over here, one over here, and another one over here. Make it more to the middle. Go to 3D. It's much more better now. Yeah, so the next thing, we show all the rooms first. And then if we see on the design, they're using this kind of colors. So going to use the same colors. So this is just an example. So now we go into real-time renders. So renders. And then first thing first, make sure go to real-time renders. Wait for it to run first. Then go here, camera, more white colors or white camera. So we need to change the color over here into glass color or mirror. So material, mirror, ordinary mirror. Can put it here. That's the mirror. It's already the same mirror. And then we can find the angle that is suitable with that image. So I'm going to show you guys this angle. Is still running. Yeah, it will be look like this one. Maybe this is too small or it's too big, but yeah, I don't know exactly the size, but this is. So we can change the environment into community, for example, like these colors, and wait, it will be look like this one. Okay, and then we can close. I didn't change any lighting, just the over there, and then we can find the angle, for example, like 4.3, and then clipping. You can do clipping over here, clipping as much as you want. Like for example here, clip it like this one, and then we set up for renders, and then we wait. Okay, now I'm going to see the questions. How do I share raw file with the client? You cannot share raw file to the client. You only can share your projects, your clients to view, like from your renders. But if you want to export it into like DWG or using construction drawing, you can use it. I finished the 3D floor plan. Can you please show me how to move from one room to another room? A rowing key, view as a step by step, or Google Meet will be helpful. Oh, you mean like moving around? So I'm using keyboard, so it will be like playing games actually. Like W is going forward, S is going backward, D is going right, A is going left, and then Q is going up, E is going down. So you can move it around like this one. And then if you want to select your rooms, only rooms, you can click here, like rooms, and then focus on one room, for example this one, and then it will only showing this room. And then if you showing this one, it's only showing the corridors, and then if you're showing this one, it will always showing another rooms, like that. And then if you want to reset the angle, you just click this reset view, so you have the reset view. So this is the result we did. Oh, the ceiling I haven't changed it. Yeah. Oh, this wait. Let me try to set up save as perspective, and then we go to ceilings. These ceilings need to be 200, 200, 200. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, everything is fine. Okay, so there's a question from users directly on WhatsApp. So he asking about, wait a second, about construction drawing. So maybe I will focus on construction drawing now. So click here, drawings, and then you can go to construction drawings. So the questions are, he asking, can you talk about construction drawing tonight? So for example, how to add symbols which are not here. Okay, or even polylines, and then how to create it. There are no section on the list, how to create sections. So, okay. First, I'm going to do symbol first. So we have this symbol library, right? So if you need something more than this one, I suggest you can use, like, for example, wait, image generate view, no, symbol. Okay, so for symbol, I need to double check on that, but wait, symbol library legend, attributes, no attributes. Yeah, currently we only have this symbol. So if you need another symbols, you cannot do it for now for the constructions. And then if you're asking about sections, so if you want to make another section, you can generate like call out, or maybe, for example, call out. So you need to focus on this area only, for example. Then place the marker. Wait, I haven't do this once before. Generate view. No. Yeah. So after you're using this, I'm setting up to the name of the index. So after you make a room, and then you can click this to make another sections, and then you can rename the section, like section 1 or something. And then, for example, you want to make another one, so you can generate views, call out, make this index to this one. And for example, you want to focus only these sections, and then there will be auto sections over here, and then you can click it, section 2. So that's the way to use a detail view. And then for elevations, I think you quite understand a lot for the elevations. So elevations we have here, and then if you want to edit your elevations, you can adjust elevations, and then you can see here to change everything. For example, from the middle part for elevations, so we'll be showing the ceilings and everything. Hi, I mean vertical section, not zoom in plans or color. Oh, so you mean like, so for example, you have this, let me check floor plan. So actually it's like elevations, but if you want to create another new elevation, is it correct? Like, for example, creating a new elevation. So here, and then here you can set up everything and then make a new elevations, right? Is it correct? Like that one? And you can view the elevation here. You can rename the change, rename everything. Yeah. So here you can generate two views, elevation and callouts in the constructions. So construction still a lot of development going on. So we need to have a lot of feedback from, for example, like the symbols. So if you need to add new symbols, you can let me know what kind of symbols you want us to add to your construction drawing. So I'm going to talk with the product teams to input it. Okay, so let's see another questions from user. Hi Calvin, do you putting possible this into Coohom, the mirror sliding and the curve slides? Let me show you guys also what the user asks. So he want to make us these slidings. Okay, so this sliding mirror is not possible. I don't know exactly because this looks like a doors, but it can go out like sliding with the mirror, right? So in Coohom, I don't know exactly these features can be used or not. And but for this case, I think you can use like custom modelings, and this part for the drawers, you can use advanced tools. So 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 basically this part from the down to these sections, you can use like custom models. And then for these drawers, you can use like advanced tools. And this one also use advanced tool scan. And this looks like a drawer or a wardrobe also, like cabinets. You can also use advanced tools. Yeah, but in this case, I think this majority of the design can use custom models or maybe like materials and components. Okay. Any more questions, guys? I will opening the sessions, still opening the sessions. So let me know if you have any questions. We can do another renders. So render using 2D. Any other questions, guys? So this is the renders we made. Can I go through Coohom Architects? Yeah. So I'm opening Coohom Architects. This one is still loading. Wait a second. Yeah, it's already Coohom Architects. So is there any questions regarding to architects? Let me reload. Wait a second, I have an issue from users. I'm going to record this part first. Materials 9. Okay, sorry guys. Example can create house with landscape like tropical bungalow. Tropical bungalow. So let me create. Okay, so you mean like you want to create like whole house like bungalow house? Or you want to create like the landscape? Because if you want to create like bungalow house, it's very custom models. Because in Coohom Architects, the main features what we can create using like walls, for example, let me do it in 2D. For example, 5x5. Like this one. And then, for example, you want to create like bungalow kind of situations. So it will be a stairs or something like that, right? So yeah, let me try. I never created a bungalow before, but let's try. I think, right? Add floors, copy first floor, 2D, delete, 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 and then you you want to create like columns. One, I don't know what kind of the bank will. This one, and then you can select all, change the height. Oh, you need to change the height of the column by one by one. So go to 3D, and then what you need to do was the bottom level, floor, first floor, 1.5. Okay, so go to second floor, and you can create a slab using 2D also. This one, and then go to first floor 2D. Wait a second, guys. I have an issue from users. Okay, then we can add stairs. So by creating stairs, you can using this way. There's multiple way. We have some example. Okay, we can use this way. For example, here, 3D. It will be switched directly to your design. So it's the same height and everything, right? And then you can create like something like here walls, 2D from the first floor. For example, like this one. I'm going to create something like this. And then change the height, for example, to 0. Sorry, height 0, 0. So we can create something like this. And then railing, for example, railing. Make the lines. Bring the middle point to middle point to these sections and these sections. This section. Done. You're creating a railing like this one. And then for the rest, you can add something. So I'm going to make it very simple for now. Like builds, you can find decorations or something. Maybe we can find a roof. We can create a roof first. I'm going to create a roof, something like this one. Maybe shaded roof or gable rooms. So it will depends. Flush with corners, and then the height, for example, 2.5. Slope will be 50, 40. Thickness 150. 200. Click generate. Something like this. And then decoration, if for the roof, you can select any kind of if, for example, like this kind of if. And then the materials, for example, this one, I'm going to put it here. It will generate automatically like this. By the way, in the roof, you can also still change everything, like style. Maybe like this style is better. And then another thing is like build maybe my library doors, entrance doors. Something like this. And a window. And then materials for the wall. Maybe not this one. Maybe this one. This is an example, guys, for a very fast one. Later, I'm going to focus on the architecture maybe in the next sessions, so we have more time. And then pavement, maybe like this, pavement colors. Check these sections, the whole colors. You can give any colors, right? And then once done, for example, this is done, and then you can go to renders, architecturals. And then select the style, for example, like natural landscape or something like, for example, these scenes. I haven't changed any materials on the column below, so you can change it later if you want. Like, for example, this one. And then sun directions. And then you can also use AI room simulations. Like it will giving like effect, there will be interior inside for the renders. And then you can set up for the renders. For example, like this one, renders using 4K renders. It's running now. Oh yeah, I haven't changed any template lightings. Okay, so we are waiting for the renders. Do you recommend it doing this, the interior design with Coohom Architects too? So basically, if you already have the Coohom Architects, right, you can access the Coohom interior, right? Do you know that? So here there's a button, go to design interior. So once you click this one, it will load directly to the interior interface. But if you make a design from interior and then you want to go architects, you cannot. Only architects can go to interiors. Not yet fully developed. There's still a lot of bugs, a lot of feedback from users still today. We need to develop every time, like update any new features or maybe improving the current features we have. Okay, we're still waiting for the renders from the exterior architects. So architects render is quite more slow compared to the interiors. Furniture? No, in architects there are no furniture for the interior. So if you wanna use furniture from interior, you need to go to design interior. Architects library focus only for exterior, such as constructions, stairs, and everything related to the exterior, like maybe landscape or something. Yep. Maybe we need to refresh sometimes. There's a hack you can do that. If your render haven't start like very slow, you can refresh. Something is quite more fast. Looks it showing in queue, so sometimes you need to refresh. Still 70. Let's wait. Still waiting. So later I will show you guys the render results. So yeah, I think for today live session it will be only this one. It's almost, I think it's already 1 hour from we start early. So sorry we do it faster today. So next week there will be another live session for sure. So maybe if you guys want to have architects, we're going to focus on architects. Okay. So I'm going to stop the recording.